Okay, so I noticed that question number 4, cosine. So down in my table, I'm going to write cosine x, so I know which one I'm doing. And then if I forget what the points are for cosine x, maybe I'll draw a couple of these ordered pairs so I can remember. So cosine of x at 0 is 1. At pi over 2 is 0. And then it continues this alternating with 1s and 0s and negative 1s. You can draw the picture if you forget what these are. Then we're going to look at our transformations. So we have to remember what we did in chapter 1. First thing that I come to as I go left to right is a negative sign. What does the negative sign mean? Reflect in the is it vertical or horizontal reflection if it's outside of the sign? The vertical. So if I'm vertically reflecting, remember this? If I'm vertically reflecting, then the x-axis. Then I come to the 4. What's the 4 mean? Vertical stretch. Factor of 4. Then I come to the plus 2. What's the plus 2 mean? Translate up to units. Remember, I'm modeling how you should be writing it as well. So now I take this information and I go to my table. And in my table, anything done to the y value goes on the y side. Anything vertical goes on the y side. So since I have a negative 4, it's a vertical stretch and a reflect in the x-axis. That's going to go on the y side. Multiply by negative 4. And then add 2 is also vertical. How did I know I needed to multiply before add? That's how we do it, because that's the order of operations. That's the order. So negative 4, 0, 4, 0, negative 4, and then add 2. Negative 2, 2, 6, 2, negative 2. Now when we graph our outermost x and our outermost y. You don't have to graph the parent function. You can, but you don't have to. When we connect it, smooth curve. That was not very smooth. That's one cycle, but you do need to follow that pattern and finish this off the graph. That will be something that you are being assessed. Can you finish the pattern? Can you connect these and they don't look like a zigzag? Is that helpful? 55. Okay. Yeah, you're going to have to definitely go watch a video or ask me questions next class. So the period is the horizontal length of one cycle. So from start to finish for one cycle, how long is it? 2 pi. And in fact, the only thing that would change the period would be a horizontal stretch or shrink. The next one just says amp. It stands for amplitude. And it's like earlier in the notes, but I didn't read it. The amplitude is how tall the graph is and how long, like how above and how below the graph goes from the middle line. So you can kind of tell where the mid of the graph is, the midline of the graph. How far above and below does this graph go from my midline? 4. All it is the vertical stretch or shrink. And then the sinusoidal axis is just that midline equation, which I just drew. It's the line in the middle. It's called the sinusoidal axis. So what horizontal line equation is this? y equals 2. The domain we're going to write in interval notation, so it's going to be all real numbers, negative infinity and positive infinity. And the range goes from the low number, negative 2, which bracket because it includes it, to the high number, positive 6, bracket because it includes it. I did 2 more examples in my other class, so I'm going to post 3 examples, and then of course, after you're done with your test, I can answer questions. I've given you 2 worksheets, but you only have to do 1, but again, it's not due till block day, so after you're done with your test, we'll worry about that. Until